Well, it's just going to be you and me. We're going to do a recap of the WABA Award ceremony 2017 from this past Sunday.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com. Creating a password.
All right, let's try cabbage.
Sorry, the password must be more than 8 characters.
All right, boiled cabbage.
Sorry, the password must contain 1 numerical character.
Okay, 1 boiled cabbage.
Sorry, the password cannot have blank spaces.
Okay, let's try 50 f***ing boiled cabbages.
Sorry, the password must contain at least 1 uppercase character.
50 f***ing boiled cabbages. F***ing all caps.
Sorry, the password cannot use more than 1 uppercase character consecutively.
50 capital F fucking boiled cabbages shoved up your arse. If you don't give me access immediately.
Sorry, the password cannot contain punctuation.
Now I'm getting really pissed off. 50 fucking boiled cabbages shoved up your arse if you don't give me access immediately.
Sorry, that password is already in use. This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Top.
Take it from the top.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world? You know, I always call this a lavish home studio, but what it is, it's an incomplete, kind of cool home studio. I don't even know if it's really cool because I'm staring at a black sheet hanging over the window. See, Kevin was in the studio last week. He was down to help. And he said, man, why don't you just put a sheet over the window? I was like, genius. So now the room is actually the room's actually a little bit cooler now, and the sun doesn't blare into my eyes at certain points of the day, which is good. Hey, Randy, how are you? Randy's here with Magnolia Emporium. I hope you can hear me today. Let me know in the chat on Spreaker if you can't, because last night, Allie and I, we started this broadcast, and we went about 37 minutes. And after about 37 minutes, I happened to notice Randy was trying to tell us that he was getting a lot of feedback. So we stopped the show and checked it out. And he was right. It was definitely us. But we were planning for like an hour. Oh, perfectly clear. Well, that's good. That makes me happy, because I was just going to turn it off and call it a day if that were the case again. But anyway, Allie and I are going to plan another show this evening. She's not with me right now, so you won't get your dose of Allie. I know. I miss her too. I miss her screaming in my ear. I've always been partially deaf in my right ear, but ever since I met her, I think I'm losing all my hearing in my left ear as well. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. Now, what we want to talk about today is I want to go through some of the entertainment that was at the WABA Awards ceremony this past Sunday. And I'm just going to go through and play maybe partial clips or maybe the whole clip from the live performance. And I would love to encourage you guys to go and check out these artists, check out their websites, buy their music, and support them. Because I want to hear. I'm just doing this for me, because I want to hear more stuff from them. Like people like Angela Sue Cheslock, Casey Allen, Elena. I mean, we had 9 performers, but it's much bigger than that too. I mean, everybody that we have on the show, we do interviews with, support these people, help them out with their dreams. Just because you're bitter and you never made it in life doesn't mean they can't, and you can help them. Stop being selfish. What are you doing? All right, now I want to start with Angela Sue. And Angela Sue's always absolutely beautiful, and I think she's relatively humble, but I think she would disagree. I think she brought that up in an interview not too long ago. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Before I get too far, I've got a lyrical playhouse coming up, and I don't know why, but I don't think I've ever done this before. Normally, I would take popular top 40 songs and do a lyrical playhouse, but today I decided, and this could start a trend, I don't know. I decided to do a lyrical playhouse on Elena's Wicked City. Now, she's either going to be laughing about it or she's going to be wicked hacked off at me. I hope she's not wicked. I hope we're close enough where I can do this stuff. I guess we'll find out. It's an experiment. But anyway, Angela Sue Cheslock was one of our performers last Sunday night, and I swear to you, she brought all the chicks in the room to tears. And I'm pretty feminine, and I kind of teared up a little bit. So I don't know how it affected most normal men. But this is a clip of Angela Sue Cheslock during the award ceremony.
This is actually my current single. I just released it on the Thursday before Mother's Day.
Now, I'm going to pause and stop these videos, quite a bit. But I want you to notice something. The crowd, totally silent. How many times have you been to venues? And I've got to thank Commodore Grill and the Holiday Inn Vanderbilt in Nashville for this, because how many times have you had an audience? Well, maybe it was our audience, but they gave us the venue that actually paid attention to every song. You could have heard a pin drop. Instead, you didn't hear like the clanging of forks and spoons on glass plates and people carrying on 30 different conversations. At that moment, when Angela was singing, it was all about her. And I love the crowd that we draw for this thing. I want to say hi again to Magnolia Emporium that's on the Spreaker chat. Good to see you. Also, we've got Manny Cabo in the chat. If you don't know who Manny is, where have you been living? Where have you been? Have you been living in a cave? Seriously. Make sure you Google Manny Cabo and check him out. He was on The Voice, His video from The Voice has actually gotten, maybe it's hit 3 million. I'm not sure. And also, Manny was the big winner of the evening as well. I don't know if he cheated or not. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would cheat. But I don't know. I don't know how he would have cheated either, because I counted the votes. He didn't pay me or anything like that. But he won 3 awards, and poor guy, he barely got a chance to eat. He barely got a chance to take a bite out. Every time he would get a spoon in his mouth or a fork in his mouth, Manny Cabo, and then he'd have to come up and give a little speech. I think there was gravy or something hanging off of his lip. Oh, that's a good point, Randy. Actually, instead of The Voice, Manny Cabo has been on the Chris Top program. All right, I'll shut up. I'm going to play some of Angela Sue's performance, and you can actually check this video out yourself. So make sure you Google Angela Sue Cheslock and check out her stuff.
Trade your dreams like a factory. Told me, baby, be anything you want to be. Well, there are days when I go sad. There are days when I don't even think. There's been days when I called you my shelter and my home. Oh, but most days just come on.
Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you want to hear the whole song, just Google Angela Sue Cheslock, or if you want to go to her Facebook, it's Angela Sue Cheslock on our Angela Sue music page on Facebook, and then you can check her out there. Beautiful, beautiful song. Had so many people in tears. It was wonderful. And I've got quite a few artists that I'm going to play from the ceremony. Manny's one of them. He's actually in the chat. I do want to say hi. I think somebody popped up on thechristoppprogram.com. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I mention the chat, it's actually the voices in my head. So if you're listening on iHeart, Player FM, Stitcher, any of those places, you're listening to a previously recorded show. So if you ever want to check it out live and join the voices in the head of Chris Topp, then you can. There's actually a little chat box or a chat room on there and on Spreaker.com where you can leave comments and think you can tell me if I suck or not. I mean, that's okay, you know. I guess. Manny says he's in Memphis ready to do his thing and wanted to support his boy real quick. I guess me and Manny, we're boys now. We're tight, me and Manny. See that? Yeah, we hang out in the green room backstage. You know, we eat stuff. And I don't know what they do in the green rooms. I had a green room when we did the interviews at the event. It was like an empty room. They didn't let me use it. I just snuck in. But I called it my green room. It was so creepy because evidently it was checkout time at 11 one day, and this group of girls didn't have a place to go because I guess their bus hadn't arrived yet or their plane or something. So they were all sleeping in my green room when I walked in there. Now, I mean, if you're a rock star, that could have been a dream come true. But for me, it was just kind of creepy. It looked like a bunch of dead bodies just laying in the floor. I don't know if they partied too hard the night before or what, but they were sound asleep. I went in there just as loud as I always am, just making noise and racket and stuff, and they didn't say a word. Maybe I should have kicked one of them or something to make sure. Now, the next artist, we've got Lauren Brooke. Now, she's only 13 years old. Oh my gosh, I wish you could have seen the reaction of the crowd when she started singing. I think everybody just forgot that she's only 13 because she has a very, very grown-up voice. And we are so proud to have her on the show. Randy actually introduced us to her last year, and we let her sing sort of after everything was over last year because I didn't know if she was going to be any good. But she blew me away last year, and I've watched her progress over the past several months, and she is really turning into a little superstar. Now here's a clip from Lauren Brooke. Isn't she amazing? I mean, really, isn't she? Make sure you Google Lauren Brooke and check out her stuff. I believe she has music on sale on iTunes and all that. But yeah, she does definitely rock. And I can't wait to have her back on the show again. It's cool when you catch some of these artists that young and then you get to see them progress and grow over the years. I guess that's with any artist. It doesn't matter how young or old they are. Hopefully they improve and they get better, and they're constantly working on being awesome. That's the idea. Now, I want to remind you, if you just tuned in, all we're doing is kind of going over some of the live artists that were at the event. I hope they're alive. Some of the artists that were at the event last Sunday, the WABA Awards 2017. We're just kind of going through. I just kind of want to thank them for doing this for me, for showing up and for playing and just entertaining the audience. I mean, definitely, we had so many high points during that night. But I want to say probably the biggest one, and I hate to take away from these artists because I spend most of my life supporting them, but when Allie and I do our show tonight, we're just going to kind of more or less be about us. But anyway, I'm going to do a lyrical playhouse today, and I haven't done one of these in quite a while, on Elena's song. It's called Wicked City. I hope she doesn't hurt me. I think she probably could if she wanted, because she's pretty fit. I think she does like, I think 1,000. I don't know if she does them every day, but when she does crunches, it's like 1,000 at a time. And I don't understand how a human being is capable of doing that. I don't know. Okay, so next on the list, we've got Mr. Casey Allen. He wrote this beautiful song. It's great timing, too. I've already bought my copy on iTunes. I got the, I guess, the early release, or I didn't get it, but I pre-ordered it. And it's a beautiful song. It's called The Promise, or is it Promise? It's either Promise or it's The Promise. I don't know. Just Promise, no The. So it's about his son, and he gave us a live performance at the Commodore Grill Holiday Inn Vanderbilt last week. So let's play a little bit of that for everybody.
So this next song is my brand new single. I just dropped it last Friday, and I was fortunate enough to be able to release a single that was actually about my little boy at home. So this is to all the mommies and daddies out there. We have Father's Day coming up next weekend, so I'm really proud that this was able to be my next single. It's called Promise. In the cradle and a silver spoon, little boy blue and a man on the moon. Never really hit me till I met you. Yeah, that's my job, there goes my life, and forever young brings tears to my eyes. Now I know what they mean about love at first sight. Well, I promise, I swear, I'll be with you everywhere, right by your side, in my heart and my mind. When you need me, I'll be there. Well, I promise, I promise, I promise. Your first touchdown, your first pitch, your first 8 point up on the ridge, first time you put that car in the ditch, I'll be there.
You know, if I was going to have a man crush on anybody besides Brad Pitt, it would have to be Casey Allen. Make sure you buy Promise. Just Google Casey Allen. That's Casee. And then Allen, Allen, and make sure you buy a copy of that, whatever he's got in his merchandise, LPs, EPs, ETs, whatever. Whatever he's got, just get a copy. Support this guy. And it's a beautiful, me and Randy are just hanging out today, just chilling like I'm going to stop right there because Allie's not here to stop me, so I don't know. I ramble. I ramble a lot sometimes. Okay, now... should I do another song, or I'll tell you what, let's take a little break, and when we come back, we'll play another artist, and then we'll do a lyrical playhouse, because I know if you've never heard a lyrical playhouse, you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about. I get it, but it'll all become clear to you soon.
The neutral bruh. The excited bruh. The melancholy bruh. The bronchitis bruh. The devastated bruh. Overly happy bruh.
Bruh.
The creepy bruh.
Bruh.
The douchebag bruh.
Bruh.
The stubborn bruh.
Bruh.
The intense bruh.
Bruh.
The irritated bruh.
Bruh.
The annoying bruh.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
The complex bruh.
Bruh.
The stupid bruh.
Bruh.
The dignified bruh.
Bruh.
The confused bruh.
Bruh.
The curious bruh.
Bruh.
The mysterious bruh.
Bruh.
The boring bruh.
Bruh.
The tired bruh.
Bruh.
The high bruh.
Bruh.
The redneck bruh.
Bruh, boy.
The urban bruh.
Yo, what's up, bruh?
The homosexual bruh.
Bruh.
The want you to go away bruh.
Bruh, Felicia.
The Antonio Banderas bruh.
I want to kiss you, bruh.
The frightened bruh.
Bruh.
The sheep bruh.
Bruh.
The constipated bruh.
Bruh.
The relieved bruh.
Bruh.
The sick bruh.
Bruh.
The bruh only a dog can hear. The evil bruh.
Bruh.
The Novocaine bruh.
Bruh.
The falling bruh.
Bruh.
The after sex bruh.
Bruh.
Not to be confused with the I love banana splits bruh.
Bruh.
The psychotic bruh.
Bruh.
The frightened bruh.
Bruh.
The cyborg bruh.
Bruh.
The underwater bruh. The spoiled brat bruh.
Bruh.
1 syllable bruh greeting.
Bruh.
2 syllable.
Sup, bruh?
3 syllable.
Howdy, bruh.
4 syllable.
What's up, my bruh?
Farewell bruh. 1 syllable.
Bruh.
2 syllable.
Peace, bruh.
3 syllable.
Deuces, bruh.
And 4 syllable.
I'm out, my bruh. This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program. Take it from the top.
Did you ever think you could afford an interior designer?
No, way too expensive. Besides, I've got style.
If you had style, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Ouch. Interior designers are for rich people.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Aquarium? Is that like for some crazy flower fish?
No, Magnolia Emporium. Randy's clients range from nurses and teachers to musicians, actors, and even some royalty thrown in there.
Oh, I'd be on the royalty side.
You really don't have any swag, do you?
No, I don't.
That's where Randy comes in. He listens to exactly what you want, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Okay, if you mean he can read my mind, there's lots of things I don't want Randy to know.
No, he has a great feel for what he does.
Okay, where can I find Magnolia Emporium?
Just go to magnoliaemporium.com.
We want your space to reflect your success.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com.
You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program. All right, so next up, and this is actually good timing, we've got Elena, who we're going to play a clip from last week's WABA Awards ceremony. And she actually dedicated this song to me, and that made me feel pretty special. This could be my favorite song right now. It stirs up so many memories and emotions. You'll get and you'll probably feel the same way when I play this. But I'm going to go back to the part where she said it was for me, because I thought that was cool, and I felt important for a minute.
About music and different genres, different generations, and how it brings us all together, and it's just unifying. So this is called Love for a Song. Elvis married in a 57 Chevy.
I just realized I don't think it played where she dedicated. Well, she did, I promise. I'm not making this up. All right, we'll go ahead.
American Pie down by the levee, chocolate singing me and Bobby McGee, tied eyes and bell-bottom jeans, books down to the king of pop, power ballad playing on a boombox, old school rap straight out of Compton, 808 speakers in your car phone van. It might be 3 chords and the truth, a kiss. High school dancing with your best friends. Melody pulling on your heartstrings. You laugh, you cry, you wanna sing along. It's your love for a song. Bon Jovi, New Jersey, living on a prayer. West Philly to the Fresh Prince in Bel Air. Crimson Red singing Sweet Home Alabama. Getting lost in a teenage wasteland. No, it doesn't matter where you're from. East Coast to the West Coast, sun makes us wanna come together. Soundtrack to the moments you remember. It might be 3 chords and the truth, a beat that makes you move. Takes you back to that front porch kiss. High school dancing with your best friends. Melody pulling on your heartstrings. You laugh, you cry, you wanna sing along. It's your love for a song. Oh.
Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? I wonder if I can turn it down and just keep talking for a minute. Let me try that. Because I'm playing this directly. If you're wondering where these videos are at, you can find them on my Chris Top program Facebook page. And I think that's, well, my personal page as well, if we're friends. So you can go and check those out there. We have them all posted separately. But let's see how this sounds. We'll try this. But I love this song. We've got a Lyrical Playhouse coming up next. And if you would, just go to elenasmusic.com and make sure you get a copy of her new EP. It's called Wicked City. And just check out her website, check out her merchandise, just check out everything Elena, because we love her. She's been on the show since we started, basically. I know she's been at the last 4 CMA Fest. She's performed for us the last 3 times. So, I mean, she's just an amazing artist. Can't say enough good things about Elena for sure. Now, since we've got Elena in the spotlight for a second, I do want to do a Lyrical Playhouse. Now, this will be a special treat for anybody that's never heard Lyrical Playhouse, and maybe you don't have any clue what it is. I don't know, but we're gonna do it. I don't know. This could go pretty bad, actually. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Lyrical Playhouse with the one and only Chris Top.
Okay, right now I'm in my yoga position. It's called the Fat Dog. I'm trying to prepare myself for this because I take this seriously, contrary to popular belief. I do. Because lyrics are like the children of these artists when they write these songs. So I have to treat this as seriously as I possibly can because it's almost like handling a baby. So, or maybe not that serious. Okay, so here we go. This is Lyrical Playhouse. The name of the song is Wicked City. And here we go. Excuse me, I just gotta have a second. Standing on greener grass, looking back at that greyhound leaving, suitcase full of high heels, man, this feels like something to believe in. She'd do anything to be on that silver screen. Ain't nothing more dangerous to a good heart than a dream. Ooh, sell your soul to be pretty. Gotta die to live in this wicked city. Ooh, let's go back. Ooh, no survival ain't easy. Gotta die to live in this wicked city. Thank you. Thank you so much. My career's over, I know. Thank you. Thank you all.
This has been another episode of Lyrical Playhouse by Mr. Chris Top.
See, what I thought about doing was possibly just maybe trying out for a WABA award myself next year and just sort of do. I'm kidding. I would never do that. I would fail. Okay, now. Thank you, Elena. Now, the next one up on the list is Mr. Donnie Lee Strickland. I was also introduced to Donnie through Randy over at Magnolia Emporium. And Donnie has maybe one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. And he's genuinely one of the kindest men I've ever met as well. I know when he won his award, I believe it was for Best Song, he said this. And I 100% believe him. I don't think he just made this up, but he said that he went back and listened to every song and everybody that was competing against him, and there were lots. It wasn't just a couple. There were quite a few. And I feel like Donnie was sincere when he said that, I'm paraphrasing, but everybody deserved to win. And I think he was really humble by the fact that he won. But anyway, here's Donnie Lee Strickland.
This is one of my favorite songs I knew up coming out. I just want to, wish we could all go back to a place, back to the time of Mayday, when things were better in the world, when you could sleep with your doors open, windows open, and neighbors were neighbors loved you, and neighbors took care of you. And I just wish we could go back to those days. This is called Daddy's Like Candy. There's a little town I've never seen, but I grew up there just the same. And the sheriff was a friend of mine.
Okay, I'm going to butt in on Donnie just for a second because I can do this now. I wouldn't do this during the live performance, but I can now. But this song is so special because I think so many of us, we look at the world today and the shape that it's in and all the violence, and we all like to have an escape. I think that's why we like to go to the movies so much, is because we get a 2-hour escape, or we love a good song because we get that little escape. And this song is such a great little mini vacation for me because who wouldn't want to live in a place like Mayberry, just even if it's for 2 minutes, just to experience it? I had so many fuzzy and warm feelings come out of me when he sang this, but this is a great song.
But he never knew my name. Sent me fishing, taught me right from wrong. Held me up when I would fall. I can still see that grin on his face. I can hear his southern drawl. If more daddies were like candy and more mamas like candy, the preacher man could catch his breath. Rest a little more at ease. You could even leave your house unlocked.
You know, I remember, that's Donnie Lee Strickland. You need to Google him. I'll get back to my thought in a second. I get really sidetracked. Google him, buy his merchandise, buy his music. Hi, Skylar. Skylar's over on the chat on the ChrisTopProgram.com. It's good to see you. Please don't tell Elena that I did a Lyrical Playhouse. Well, she's probably going to find out. So I guess you can tell her if you want. But I remember in this song, man, I remember getting up in the morning when the sun came up in the summertime, putting my shorts on, my shirt. I don't even think I wore shoes. Maybe I did. And I ran out the screen door, and I could hear it slam behind me. And I would spend all day outside by the Cumberland River, on the bluffs, in the woods, and I miss that stuff. If I ever want to go to a happy place, I can just go there in my mind and think about those days where I didn't have any worries. The only worry I had was getting home before dark. And that was really no problem for me because my mom was a great cook, man. She cooked for like 20 people 3 times a day, and there was like 4 or 5 of us. I don't know. But it was so good. And I'll never have food like that again, ever. But anyway, thank you, Donnie Lee Strickland, for those memories and for stirring those back up in my heart and in my soul and all that good stuff. So let me go back over here to the Chris Top program chat. Okay, so Skylar's lips are sealed. Okay, now Randy's over in the chat, so I can only have to look at one spot now, so I'm good. Yeah, so Skylar, so we have a secret. We're not going to tell Elena, and so I should be good. Because Elena's never been mad at me, but I'm sure if she ever did get mad, I'm sure I would never forget it. So I'm concerned about that. But I mean, what do you think, though? I mean, since we're not going to tell her, just be honest. I mean, do you think that maybe I should just go ahead and record that and maybe release my own EP, like a mini EP, like 3 songs or 2 songs or something? I mean, would you buy it, I guess is what I'm saying. Would you pay lots of money for it? And Donnie does rock. He really does. Okay, now, moving on down the list, we're going to get to Jessica. Now, Jessica is something else. She is a true inspiration for anyone that wants to get into the business to take a really good, close look at. She packed her bags up and moved to Nashville. Now, I know what you're saying, Chris. I've heard that story thousands of times. Lots of artists pack up, they go to Nashville, then they pack up again, and they go home in 2 weeks because they suck. Jessica, first off, she does not suck. Second off, she didn't just move from a couple of states over. She actually flew over from France. So what a culture shock. I'm sure leaving France and coming here, and you're competing in the most difficult place in the world, in the absolute world, to make it. But she's following her dream. She's doing what it takes, and she's not going to ever look back and wonder what if, whether she makes it or not in the business. She won't have that little thorn sticking in her side, wondering what would have happened had she not moved to Nashville. I mean, I love her. I really, really do. And it was so funny. When she first started singing, she messed up, and we had to start over again. She got maybe 15 seconds into the song or something. And to me, that was great because the audience totally supported her. They clapped and they yelled for her. They didn't boo her off the stage or anything like that. It's a great audience. Really, really was. And it was just another example of working on being awesome. So here's Jessica.
I'm satisfied, yes, satisfied to be face to face with this king size. If I could know how it looked like, beautiful dresses and smile and style, I would say I'm more than fine, more than fine, I'm more than fine, more than fine. Wake up the morning with dear sound. When I listen it, when I see Jesse, I enjoy my life and make me smile. When I see Tennessee, when I see them dance, I want the rock and roll take back the place. If I could dance every night, so rock and roll with a rocky guy would say I'm more than fine, more than fine. I'm satisfied, yes, satisfied. Dance on the baby ring all the night. When I listen it, when I see Tennessee, I enjoy.
Okay, so I'm in. Skylar said she would buy a copy of my Lyrical Playhouse CD. So how's that? I haven't even started on it yet, and I've already sold a copy. That's got to be a record. Probably not, but okay. So Jessica, the cool thing about her is I've seen her progress over the last year, but she's only going to get better the more that she breaks that language barrier, and the more she gets out and performs and gets more comfortable with the English language, and learns the lingo and the slang and all that stuff. And I think the most important thing for her to do and I know she's doing it, is just collaboration. I think that'll help a lot with that. But I mean, I love to hear her voice. I love to see her perform, and she's just a real pleasure to be around and watch. She's so positive all the time. I mean, it's even close to my positivity. That's nuts. Oh man, let me be negative for a second. The reason I'm even having time to do this broadcast right now is because I'm stuck at home. I've got this cellulitis thing going on in my leg. I actually had it last October, and it came back. And I went to the doctor a couple of days ago, and they put me on antibiotics. But luckily, I caught it soon enough, because last time I caught it later, and I kind of put it off like an idiot. And Allie rubs it in because she told me to go to the doctor. But anyway, I went, and I ended up in the hospital for 5 or 6 days. So I didn't want a repeat of that for sure. And I haven't been able to go on my walks for a few days now because I'm supposed to just take it easy and stay off my feet. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So now, next up, we've got Devin Nichols on the show, and talking about bubbly personalities. You can't meet Devin or run into Devin without just automatically falling in love with her absolute cuteness. And I got a secret too. When I was getting ready to propose to Allie, I asked Devin for lots of advice because she seemed to be an expert on diamonds. So she was sending me pictures, and we were sending pictures back and forth, and she kind of sort of helped me decide on the perfect ring for Allie, and I think it worked out pretty good. But anyway, Devin is an absolute pleasure to listen to, and she's a great entertainer too. You can tell she's done it a couple of times. Let's see. Randy said in the chat, Donnie just told me he listened to some of what you said about him. Hashtag grateful. Well, of course, because when the top says, I'm kidding. Skylar says, Chris Top's Wicked City. Ooh, that could have a ring to it. You think, see, that might make Elena mad too. Okay, so we need to change it up a little bit, Skylar. I'm thinking maybe something more like Chris Top's Kinda Wicked City. That way I'm not totally stealing it from Elena, and then she can't get too mad at me. Because it's kind of Wicked City, not Wicked City. The intricacy of the ring, yes. That I wanted to get something because Allie's not real flashy, and I didn't want to get her it's not because I'm cheap, okay? I didn't want to get her a giant diamond because I just didn't feel like that was Allie, so I got her a smaller one, but then I got her the band that kind of wraps around it. And so it looks really, really nice. I believe she's posted a couple of pictures of it if you haven't seen the ring yet. But I'm talking about stuff we're supposed to talk about tonight when Allie's on the show. But I've got all this time to broadcast. You guys are going to be sick of me because I'm stuck home all day tomorrow, too, on Father's Day. But I guess that's good. That's a good day to be off. And my daughter, Ashley's going to come over and cook for me tomorrow. She called me yesterday because I'd completely forgotten, actually, it was Father's Day. But she's going to come over and cook. She asked me what I wanted, and I said, well, just surprise me. She goes, oh, great. Now I got to think of something. But anyway, this is Devin Nichols right here on the Chris Top program, and this is her performance from last Sunday, almost last week. It's been 6 days now. Isn't that crazy? WABA Awards 2017.
The world can change, we could all see blurred. Hold it all in, let your voice be heard. Breaking bones won't hurt as much as the words coming out, tearing your heart, but you never give up. No, 'cause you're a fighter. Never give up or give in, survivor. Walls and bridges can't break your desire. Optimism will show all doubters. So scream louder, 'cause you're a fighter. No matter how small, no matter how big, your dreams.
You know, we couldn't have timed this any better because we didn't plan this at all, but Allie gave this great speech right before Devin went on, and this song just goes with that perfectly. And we're actually going to play Allie's speech in the song in the broadcast that we do tonight. together. So be listening for that if you haven't heard it yet. It's a great speech. It had everybody clapping and screaming, but it was really good. It was really motivational. Think Rocky. Okay, think Allie turned into Rocky. She basically ran to the top of the Capitol, I guess that was, and then started jumping up and down. And then Devin, comes down from a helicopter and starts singing this.
Don't break, it's always you, don't let them. A second of moment can matter so much, but time won't stop when you don't touch the time. But you never give up, 'cause you're a fighter. You never give up, you're giving, survivor. Walls and bridges can't break your desire.
So, Devin, Randy says you have a captivating voice, and I think you do. I think everything about you is just totally captivating. And yes, I do have the original Dad Bod, the Wicked Dad Bod by Chris Top. Randy gave me this soap called Dad Bod. I haven't used it yet. It's in my bathroom. I'm waiting to run out of my other soap before I use it, which will be soon. So you got that there just in time, so I'm not stinky, I guess, for a little while longer. But it was really cool. So you should go to Magnolia Emporium and check out some of their stuff. They got some cool stuff. So they got stuff for guys too. It's not just a chick place. So you need to go check it out. And yeah, she is amazing, Skylar. We're talking about Devin Nichols. And if you'll just Google Devin Nichols, it's not Devon, and it's not Devon. It's Devin Nichols, DEVON-NICKOLES. Just Google her and make sure you pick up a copy of her EPs, her singles. She's got a video out, all that stuff. So she's super duper talented, and we love knowing her. Now I want to say hi to Adam Cowell that says he's going to be listening later. He just sent me a message on Facebook. So I'm going to say I just gave you a shout. There we go. That way he knows. He'll know to listen for his shout out when he goes back and listens to the podcast on Spreaker, iHeart, or Player FM, or Stitcher, or any of those places. This is fun. I like hanging out with you guys. Okay. Here's some advice for Dad Bod. Don't leave it in the shower. It will keep it in a soap dish outside of the shower. Okay, right now it's in my cabinet and it's still got the paper on it. So I'll remove it from the shower. What happens if I leave it in the shower? What does it do? I'm curious now. But anyway, enough talk about my Dad Bod that I keep in my cabinet. Okay, so next up. Okay, now I don't want anybody to get mad when I say this because I loved every performance. I really, really did. And I feel like Manny said in one of his statements, he says, it's not really about the individual's voice, who's got the best voice, because nobody really does. It's just, using what you've got and being great and all that stuff. I can't say it like Manny did. I'm not good at my Mannyisms. I'm not. But I saved my favorite performance for last, and I'm going to share with you guys. And I guess you really had to be there to really feel it. And so we'll play that in a minute. But I loved every performance. And this next one I've got right here is Manny Cabo. And he was actually just in the chat a few minutes ago, so I'm hoping he'll come back and listen. But this guy he's an inspirational guy. He's multi-talented. He's a photographer. He's a writer. He's a performer. He's got a great voice. And I've told him before, when I first saw him, it was at the Country. I think we were there to see Devin play, and he was this big, tall, bald guy with a bunch of tattoos. I figured he had his Harley sitting outside, and he gets up and starts taking pictures. And I thought, oh, well, he's a photographer. So then I checked out his photography, blown away by his photography. And then I heard him sing. I was like, oh, my gosh, this guy's amazing. And then I saw his video from The Voice and was just totally blown away by that. But this is Manny Cabo.
got you on my mind. Just another midday trip, just trying to pass time, sitting with an empty glass. Oh, hit a rewind on the past, 'cause it's the only way that I can hear you smile. And it's been gone for a while. And after all that we've been through, nothing left is lost to you. In a way that I'm okay, but I'm not in proof. After all you put me through, nothing left is lost to you. It's alright, I don't mind, 'cause I'm not in proof. Oh no.
Isn't that great? That's wonderful, isn't it? You can go to the ChrisTopProgram.com and you can watch all of these videos. It's the audio and video, so you can see them actually perform. And I would recommend you watch it in high definition because it feels more like you're there. Randy says, I love his range and depth, such power. And he is. He's a powerful guy. And he's a guy, when he gets up on stage, he does command attention. He really does. So make sure you Google Manny Cabo, give him some support, watch his videos, and this guy will tweet you back. He'll talk to you right there in the comment section on Facebook. He really is. I've never seen anybody as involved with their fans as Manny is. I mean, he takes the time to go back and talk to every single person, and that's something that it sounds like it might be easy, but when you get as many comments and as much social networking feedback as he does, it's got to be an undertaking. I'm sure he spends, I don't know, an hour or two a day probably going back and communicating with everybody. I mean, that's wonderful. It's not an easy thing to do, I'm sure. Skylar says, totally hoping Elena doesn't get mad at us for joking around. I don't know. I know Adam says he's going to listen, so maybe I need to send him a message and tell him not to tell her either. Oh man, see, I'm worried. I'm worried now, Skylar. I don't know. We might have to leave the country, possibly. Okay, now, I did save my favorite performance for last, and I could be a little biased, I think, when it comes to Craig, and I feel like I'm like that maybe with, I don't know, I shouldn't say this, but like Devin, I'm pretty sure she's good, but we just love her so much that she could probably suck, and I would still love her. But I'm pretty sure she's good. So you guys could be the judge of that when you go and buy her music, and let me know if she sucks or if she's good. But Craig, I've known Craig for so long now, and we've got a good relationship outside of the program, and we've hung out a little bit, and I went and seen him perform with bands and play for other people. But this weekend, we actually had him on the program during the event interviews and stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. And he sang for us live during the interviews, blew me away. And then his live performance blew me away again. This guy, he knows how to entertain, and he knows how to get an audience going. And the cool thing, I want you to go back and watch the video too. Because you got Manny Cabo and you got Devin up there with him, and they all just join in and sing right along. So it was almost like having a whole group up there singing and entertaining and stuff. But it was really, really an amazing performance. And I'd like to know what your favorite performance was from the WABA Awards. You can post it in the chats. You can post it in the chat boxes on the website or on Facebook or whatever. Let me know what your favorite performance was. If you maybe agree or disagree with me, if you were there, if not, go back and check out the videos and stuff and let me know. But this was mine. This was and it was cool because this was the last one, and that wasn't planned. But this is my good buddy Craig Wilson. And he's a great producer, too. So if you ever need a song produced, he is definitely the man to talk to. He really, really is. I mean, he doesn't take somebody that's bad and make them sound good. He takes somebody that's great and makes them sound even better. And that's what he does. But this is Craig Wilson.
What's that?
I think there's children in the room.
There's children in the room. It worked. All right. We're just going to have fun because it's a fun kind of night, yeah? We're just going to have fun. So I'm going to play I played on the radio yesterday, and while I was there, Devin...
Oh, and I'm going to play this whole thing as well. And if you watch the video, you can see the Crowd Music logo in the background. Make sure you check out Crowd Music. And you don't have to sign up under me. It'd be cool if you did. But you don't have to. My main thing is with this is that these artists get paid for what they do, for what they love. And it's just another way to help them pursue their passions. Because I would love to see some of my favorites, especially from the show, get some kind of money. And not just a hand or a pocket full of change every now and again, like they have been getting. It'd be nice to see them actually get paid. So I would love to see Crowd Music take off. I mean, for many reasons, but most of all, just personal reasons, because I have such a connection with a lot of these artists.
Manny were sitting behind me because they had just done an interview, and I started playing this, and they started singing along. And this Devin I actually wrote this with.
I kind of know it.
And Manny was just a voice beast, so he just sat in. So we're going to play this tune. It is apropos of nothing. It's just a fun song. So here we go.
Now, if you haven't seen the video, that sounds actually Manny Cabo, I guess, trying to do a harmonica sound. It didn't work out, but it was really funny, and it fit. It really fit in.
You got a sick chicken?
This is the comedy relief hour going on.
You can call somebody? Get that checked out, bro. He told me I should cut it out. But girl, you gotta settle down. I told you not to come around. Yeah. Don't give it up, girl, you're trying and I ain't had enough. Keep my fire burning like it was a rose. The lightning strikes upon the wood, everything is out of now, and it's raining just to let you want to touch something that burns down. The bees walking back to the store, the chemicals are falling to the floor, and the lightning shines upon the wood, and never strikes slow, but you lean back for more. Temptation makes your body light. The urge is so hard to fight. I know you said anything is you. Give it up, girl, you're trying, I'm hot enough. Keep my fire burning like it was a world. Lightning strikes upon the wood, everything is hot now, and it's raining. Yes, I think you want to tell something that burns down. The bees walking right into the store, the chemicals are falling to the floor, and the lightning shines upon the wood. Now strikes, but I want to be back for more. I feel it coming on, reaching in a perfect storm. I feel it coming on, reaching a perfect storm. I feel it coming on, reaching a perfect storm. I feel it coming on, reaching a perfect storm. Lightning strikes upon the water, everything is out now, and it's raining. Yes, I bet you want to touch something. turn it on. We just put song on, see where I feel it coming on. Love you, Chris.
How about that, man? I was just telling everybody in the
It's actually
in the
my
chat.
current single. I just
hang on a
released
second.
it on
Okay, I was actually telling everybody in the chat that I've probably played that, I don't know how many times, at least 10 or 15 times. Just, I love that whole performance. And Skylar wants to know, Craig, if you're listening, she wants to know if she can download that song anywhere because she says that was one of her favorites from the whole night. And I just sent Craig a text, so I don't know. He might text me back. He could. Usually if Craig doesn't text me back, that means he's performing or he's in the studio or something's going on. But he's really usually pretty good about that. So I don't know the answer to that, Skylar. But Across the River Productions, you can go there and check out all the music they've produced for a number of artists, many of which have actually been on the show. And now, Skylar, you are lucky, though, because once this show's over, it's going to go to On Demand. It'll be on iHeart and all those other places. So you can go back and listen to it on there. Or you know where to watch the video and all that stuff, too. Because me and Skylar, we tight now. See, next year, hopefully, Skylar will be wearing a Chris Top Program T-shirt instead of an Elaine. I'm kidding. You could actually do wardrobe changes. And you could wear one T-shirt, for 20 minutes and then put another one on for 20 minutes. Just kind of go back and forth like that. And then take selfies, on both of them. And that way, I'll pay you if you'll just wear my shirt. That would be good. Now, I guess that's pretty much a wrap. I just wanted to kind of go over all the performers, and this is just my way of saying thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart for playing for us and for entertaining us last Sunday. It was very, very special. And I told everybody that, just showing up at this award ceremony, especially this particular one, would mean the world to Allie and me. And I think everybody understands and knows why now. Even Allie herself, she knows why now. But we'll talk about that in another show we're going to have coming up later tonight. But I wanted to thank the performers, and I want to thank you guys that show up in the chat from time to time and listen. Allie Skylar says hello. And you guys show up and you listen and you leave us comments, your emails, your tweets, your Facebook post, and whether it's listening live or going back on iHeartRadio and Stitcher and all that stuff, it sure does make me feel good. And I promise you, I will never, ever take any of you for granted, because I know there's a million other things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to us. And that makes me feel pretty damn good. So until I broadcast again, please remember this: life is good, and I'm gone.
Maybe dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2